Let's begin today's Vanguard news by getting to see the latest tournament pack in Japan for May, as we English players are still waiting on our tournament packs that are not only 3 months behind, but are also 3 months behind being issued due to Bushiroad's crappy shipping system. The only notable reprint is Cadwalla, probably to compensate Resi-L players after Segon got sent to the pound. Boundary of Twilight is a set order card that when put into your order zone makes you draw a card if you revealed a grade 3 Orfist card in your right deck, or have a grade 3 or higher Orfist Vanguard. While in the order zone, it gets all its effects. If your order zone only has world cards, your world becomes Dark Knight if you have 1 world order, and it becomes Abyssal Dark Knight if you have 2 or more world orders. And while in the order zone, you can pay 1 Soul Blast and resting this card if you have a grade 3 or higher Orfist Vanguard and this card was put into your order zone this turn. To call a Shadow Army token, then it changes its name to Casting Shadows in the Dark Knight. Orfist finally gets a grade 1 world card. A Rotovisor player just cried. As for the name change, Casting Shadows in the Dark Knight is not an actual card and is merely changing its name, so you can use it with cards like Palaxis Dragon. Knight of Straight Shot ulted while on rear guard gets the boost ability if you have a grade 3 or higher Bastion or Alden Vanguard. Once per turn, while on the back row rear guard, you can stand herself when either your other unit is placed on rear guard during your battle phase or your unit in the same column as her stands, while you have a grade 3 or higher Bastion or Alden Vanguard. But she goes into your soul at the end of the turn if you stand her with this ability, and when put on the Guardian Circle, she gets 5k shields if you revealed a grade 3 or higher Bastion or Alden card from your ide deck, or have a grade 3 or higher Bastion or Alden Vanguard. Both Bastion and Alden seem to be so forgotten that Bushiroad had to squeeze both of them into this one card just to get a support. Shower Turnip, while on rear guard or the drop zone, lets you pay 1 Soul Blast if you have an Obelisk Rose token on rear guard to either put this card face up as a plant gauge for your Noblesse Rose token, or put the top 3 cards of your deck face up as a plant gauge for your Noblesse Rose token, and put this card to the bottom of your deck if a card with the same name as this unit was not put to the bottom of your deck this turn. While in the plant gauge zone, your Noblesse Rose token that has this card as a plant gauge cannot be affected by your opponent's cards. And when this card is discarded as a plant gauge, you bind this card. Bushiroad must have heard all the Grandfear slander after showing off Estation and its blast token that they decided to give Grandfear a major upgrade of being able to randomly make the over trigger into a plant gauge. Ghostly Demon Lady Florus, when discarded from hand during your turn, lets you put her into your soul. And once per turn while on rear guard, put up to 1 card in your drop zone into your soul when she attacks a Vanguard. Then she gets 5k power if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or higher. She's just a less powerful version of Servant Valkracia, but can work on your grade to ride turn. Galactic Base Yes is a set order card that once per turn, while in the order zone, lets you rest itself to scout a B hero card with a different name than your cards in your order zone from your drop zone into your base. And while in the order zone, you can put this card in stand state into your soul if you have 4 or more bases in your order zone, to add up to 1 grade 2 or lower B hero card from your drop zone. Then reduce your B hero Vanguard's cost by 1 counter blast this turn. What the hell is up with every brand gate decks besides Rotovisor getting a grade 1 set order? This card also helps with the deck's heavy counter blast usage, but this is just another reason for Rotovisor mains to feel bad and lacking. Fortune Garden Thieu lets you put herself into your soul either at the end of the battle she attacks during your turn, or when she's discarded from hand during your turn, while you have a Hasserit Vanguard. And while in the drop zone, you can pay 1 counter blast if you have a grade 3 or higher Hasserit Vanguard and you do not have a rear guard with the same name as her, to call herself to rear guard and get 5k power. Then she can attack from the back row if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or higher. I'm guessing this is only getting supported because Easter is coming, and that means Rabbit. This week's Ace unit showcases 4 Dark States, but first we have a random Dragon Empire unit that should have been shown off last week. Fierce Flame Dragon Aldius, while on rear guard or the Guardian Circle, gets the intercept ability and 5k shields. And once per turn while on rear guard, you can pay 3 energy when it attacks, while you have a grade 3 or higher Vanguard. To retire one of your opponent's rear guard, then this unit gets 5k power. It gets another 5k power for each grade of the unit retired by this ability if you have 4 or more damage and you persona road this turn. I'm guessing this is to support Dragonic Overlord in the Skyride manga, seeing as this card specifies Persona Ride, which their promo order card can perform. Finally, Funeral Procession of the Fallen Valak is an ace unit card. When he's placed on rear guard, that isn't during the battle phase, gets 5k power. Then you can pay 3 energy to put up to 1 card from the top 7 cards of your deck into your soul, then call up to 1 card with a grade equal or lower than your Vanguard from your soul. And while on rear guard, he gets 5k power when he attacks. While your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or higher, he gets an additional 5k power if you either have 5 or more cards in soul or soul blasted 3 or more cards this turn. While better than what Dragon Empire got last week, this seems more of a utility unit that you'd only use when you're looking for certain card pieces. And that concludes this Vanguard news without the bullshit. Special thanks to my Patreon members for continuing to support my content creation. Be sure to subscribe and let me know in the comments if promo cards have become too complex yet mandatory as of late.